Hello, and welcome to the final days of Croc. Um, this is a series that started 100 days ago, and each day is just a single 4 coma strip, with the bottom saying, this Croc will die in a descending number of days. So I'm sure you can tell why we've chosen to make this video today as we explore the final days of Croc. This has been quite an interesting series. In that it's in many ways not all that interesting. The art is quite amateurish. Most of the strips are just small slices of life of the Croc. A cast kind of built up of Croc's friends, the girl that he likes, his co-worker, um, but there was nothing like super significant. Um, there's sometimes references, like this one actually is a very infamous one, where he buys something that's not going to arrive for a year, and the reader knows that the Croc will die in 98 days, but evidently Croc does not know. And a few other times they've kind of leaned into that, or else you could die. It's a little ironic. There's one where you think Croc is stepping off of a building, but instead it's just VR. I'm gonna guess the ones that have tons of comments might be more interesting. This one probably just had a ton of comments because it was day 69. But I'm trying to find the one where, yeah, it looks like he's stepping off the building. It says where he thinks the girl Croc is rejecting him, but I think it's just a misunderstanding because they're going out now. Anyways, it's really strange because there's nothing really that noteworthy about this strip. It's not uncommon to have like anthropomorphized animals and stuff. This one again mentions death. It's kind of a somber atmosphere. So little moments that normally would kind of not really mean anything, that would sort of just pass by unnoticed, take on this strange significance, knowing that Croc is inching day by day closer to an inevitable death. And it led to a pretty profound effect, and it made the series very, very popular. It blew up on Twitter, it blew up on MangaDex. There started to be English translations on Twitter by a guy who's quite famous in the fighting game community, which led to a lot of people picking it up. That's kind of how I found out about it in a roundabout way. A friend of mine who's into fighting games and followed this guy. It's like, you see this Croc? This Croc that's gonna die? So I thought we would start on day 90, even though I've read a few of these. I stopped on day 94, so there'll be 6 new days of Croc. But we'll get a bit of context for what's happening. So this is where he works at a recycling sorting plant with this dog. I should hang out. Let's do that next time. Sure. 10 days before death. We're always seeing them text each other, these stickers that they're using. I know that there is, I think, a sticker pack online for this series now. Whoa, what the heck? I don't know what's going on there, but we won't worry about that yet. This is a reference to an earlier one where he was making 6 o'clock. I don't know whose hand this is. That's like a really human-colored hand. Kind of odd. But yeah, I wonder if they reproduced like the stickers that they use in universe, or if it's just stickers of Croc and company. Let me go get ramen. And then he gets the cloud futon. This was quite nice. That even though he wasn't going to get it until long after he died, it taking a full year to be delivered, miraculously, this guy got one from his business. The one that we just happened to see the strip when he's like, I'm gonna get a business job. I'm gonna get a proper job yet. They keep teasing him because he's finally got with the female Croc that he loved so much. We don't really know what their relationship is like, but he's been talking about it. He goes to the cafe where he used to work with the girl Croc, where he quit when he thought he was annoying the girl Croc and that she didn't like him in that other strip we happened to see. So want to go see the cherry blossoms. Just kidding. Should we invite them too? Maybe they're girlfriends. So I think they're gonna go see the cherry blossoms. All right, so we're gonna plunge into new ones now. See the final days of Croc's life. I really don't know what's gonna happen. I think that's the most enticing thing about this series is you build this up for 100 days, and then what? Like, does Croc commit suicide? Does he die in some horrible accident? Is it a trick and he's not going to actually die at all, but instead, I don't know, like lose his virginity or something I've seen suggested? Um, will the author really want to end this series given how popular it's gotten? I assume that it's gotten many orders of magnitude more popular than they could have expected, given that this person doesn't have like any other successful artistic projects that we know of, just kind of started posting these strips on a whim, I would imagine. The art definitely has improved since the start, though. Croc definitely has like a more consistent look to him. There's more dynamicism in the backgrounds and stuff, but it never was like the strong suit of the series. It's definitely very amateurish. So I have all the reason to suspect that this is just kind of the singular passion project of someone who is otherwise not that involved in manga. Until now, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. 5 days until death. They're meeting up in the parking lot of somewhere. Are they going to Hanami? It looks like it's night, though. Huh? Oh, they're just going to get ramen again. This is the ramen place I guess they're always going to. Closed today, kind of ominous. The fact that each strip takes place on an individual day is quite interesting too, because a lot of these incidents, you see like a tiny slice of them and then it just ends. And it's not like there's a follow-up. There is some continuity between strips. There's one where he saves that little chicken that we saw right near the start, and then he builds it a home, and then later, fairly recently, he saw the chicken all grown up. It's cute. And of course, there's bigger plots like him getting into competitive Smash Ultimate and getting with this girl and stuff. But something like this, we'll never see the other place they can all go to because they went to it later on day 95. 5 days before death. Okay. Buy it too. I'm gonna check it out. And just the way that it jumps into things halfway through a conversation and stuff is quite interesting. Again, a facet of each strip having to start on each day. But it feels like you could have built an entire chapter with many strips detailing this conversation, detailing later adventures in the day and stuff. And this is just one excerpt of it. It has that kind of 4-coma feel, which is interesting. It's for tomorrow. This is the kind of junk repair shop that the mouse works at. They've got a bunch of old bikes and stuff. I guess this guy's like a naked mole rat. So cute. Ah, they're playing the Switch. This is the Croc he likes and her friend, some sort of lizard. This is the office that the otter guy works at. Go ahead. You also don't have to come by anymore. The heck? Did he just get fired, or are they just joking? Maybe they're just joking. There's like a very odd sense of humor in these strips. Like most of them are kind of comedic. They have some sort of twist or subversion, or just kind of a joke made by one of the characters. But it's usually very understated, kind of weird humor. Also, what is this guy holding? Is it part of the cloud futon? Is it like the cloud equivalent? The accessory or something? Very strange. Okay, 4 days until death. Let's take a look at day 97. They're playing some Smush together. Girl Croc is over at Croc's house along with Mouse. They're here. 1v1 me, mate. Alright, fun. All together. So, this is the other thing too, is like, sometimes you'll know from context that something much more important must have happened on the day that the strip depicts. Like, I think they've already gone to see the cherry blossoms, maybe? We don't know. Like, we don't know for sure. But it easily could be that they went to see the cherry blossoms, and the strip we got for that day is just showing something totally unrelated. It's a good face he's making. Flip this game. That's how I feel when I play Smash Ultimate. I like Croc just shouting weak. He's so weak. And his tail's wagging. Croc is having so much fun. See, a lot of people suspected that it would end with Croc's suicide. Like, it had that kind of forbearance to it. That even though a lot of things indicated that Croc didn't know he was going to die in 100 days, it's just like the grim, the memento mori of the entire strip's premise got people in kind of a dark, pessimistic sort of mindset where it's like, surely there must be something kind of substantial within the series that makes good on the ominous feeling we've had reading the series because of just this line of text. But Croc is so happy. It seems like his life is better than ever. It seems like he has no reason whatsoever. And yet we don't really actually see that much of his interior life. Like, it would just be all the more devastating if that's how it actually ends. A lot of people, too, were floating the idea that, you know, author dies when Croc dies. But even if that was his intent, you would think that having such an amazing response to this project would make him think twice. Whoever this author is. Okay. 2 days before death, back at the recycling shop, carrying a vase. Very strange. Unclear why you would recycle a vase, but sure. There's sure a lot of work to do today. Pretty high-spirited today. Maybe I was just imagining it. Oh, so maybe... I guess they haven't gone to see the cherry blossoms yet, based on this panel. And it's going to be the final day, perhaps, that they go to see it, I'm guessing. Oh, man. Oh, this is so weird. It's just so weird that this exists. I'm impressed, though, because it's such a simple idea. To post a strip every day and have this countdown. And yet I've never seen anyone else do it. I've never seen any other project quite like this. I mean, there's been times in the series, Komori-san Can't Decline. They had for a while countdowns at the end of chapters. They would say, however many days or something until explosion, I think is how they put it. And people were pretty worried. They thought maybe something bad would happen. But actually something quite nice happened. I won't spoil you what it was. But that, of course, is like a chapter coming out every however many days. So there's maybe some regularity to it. But A, it doesn't correspond to real days in our life, and it certainly doesn't correspond to days in the characters' lives. This I think is pretty unique. Okay. This penultimate day, they're going out for Hanami. Expected to fully bloom on the weekend. He's organizing a stack of photos. It might rain somewhere. Generally it'd be sunny, perfect for viewing the cherry blossoms. So he's certainly gonna die out there with his friends watching the cherry blossoms. This is so strange. This is so strange. Because it's like, what is it? Like, what is there to this series? Like, what really is going on? It's not much, and yet, like, my attention and clicking here is unmatched in almost any manga experience I've had. Day 100. Sure is late. Let's just wait for him. Drinking Coke. It's not proper Hanami. Get drunk. It's half the appeal. Bunch of people back here taking selfies. This is quite a intricately composed shot. I think Croc's author is definitely swinging for the fences with this last one, trying to make something that feels special. The petals everywhere at their feet, all these little details. But day 100, there's nothing special about it. It's another 4 koma the exact same length. Oh, where are you going? Is he just gonna be like, Croc's dead? What the hell? I'm gonna welcome him. Oh, is it multi-page? Oh, it's multi-page. Okay, okay. So Mouse heads out on his cool bike. Storm of cherry blossoms all around him. Takes a picture. Looks great, right? This is their group chat. Aru, Boru, Asoboru. It's like play group or something? I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. There's another little chicken. There's Croc. Is he gonna get hit by a car? Like way back in that very early strip we were looking at. He tries to shepherd the chicken across the road. Smashed into by a car. Oh, yeah. Croc got off-screened. He gets the chicken out of the way. But that's it. I think Croc just got mowed down by a car. So cool, like I'm in spring. Wow. Wow. Huh. Wow. Getting a print edition with some extras. Okay. Don't want to be doing any more translations ever. Yeah, there are line stickers. I thought so. Huh. Croc is dead. I don't know what to say. What a strange series this was. It had like so little. Everything was so minimal. Everything was so insubstantial. And in the end, where I thought there might be some final major thrust, some kind of point such that everything kind of retroactively takes on some new color or meaning, that, you know, if Croc actually had committed suicide, heaven forbid, you would rethink every kind of clue to that point. You would recontextualize everything you were thinking. But no, like he just randomly died. Should be careful next time or else you could die. Friggin' bird. Not careful. Now Croc is dead. So strange. So strange. I wanted to look at this is the fighting games person that had been translating them. Someone in my Discord said there was bonus content. This is from the original author. Let's check out his profile. 2.1 million followers. People love Croc. There's the line stickers. The book of all 100 days is coming quite soon. They have a pop-up shop, a collection of merch or something. It's crazy. You know, they always say, like, death gives life meaning, or whatever. This is one of the kind of more basic, but prevalent, and I think quite helpful kind of conceptions of death that can make you a little more at peace with it, maybe. A little more accepting of the seeming massive injustice. So you can get a Croc plush. That, you know, if you didn't know that eventually you would die, then everything you did would just be a drop in a bucket of infinite time. And there wouldn't really be anything substantially meaningful about it. So I guess this is maybe just a small lesson in that all of these kind of small events in Croc's life that by themselves you would think nothing of. Holy crap, the 1.9 million. In the context of him just randomly dying. Wow. Well, that sucks. Thank you, Sony. Jesus. Croc died, and we can't even watch it. Maybe there'll be a rehost in here. This is the crosswalk, I guess, where Croc got hit. Here. Oh wait, that means I'll get blocked too. Well, it's only blocked in the country. Wow, this is pretty elaborate. It's like animated, you got like a highlight of all the stuff Croc did. The ramen is when he was playing with the kid, and the girl Croc saw it and was quite endeared. I don't know, it's just like very insubstantial. Like it's hard to make it less substantial. Even the fact that there are animals makes it so that there wasn't really like a obligation to like design them so much. They just looked like the animal. It's so many choices were made to look like this post-death Croc. What a strange phenomenon. But good for this guy. Up to 2.1 million followers. Creator of Wani Comics, Yuki Kichi, lost his longtime best friend to an accident when he was 20. He was depressed for a month, but eventually led him to picking up drawing and becoming an artist. The theme that death comes suddenly is something he knows firsthand. I see. Okay, that actually explains quite a lot. This is kind of a memorial comic for his friend, and really trying to emphasize the idea, yeah, that you know, every single day could be your last. Goodbye, Wani. Goodbye, Croc. Huh. Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. Like, they put the tragedy tag, but is this really a tragedy? Is it really a drama? Most strips were just so... Oh, this one. I don't know if I ever thought about the full implication of this one. These two are like dating, aren't they? Because they come over to Croc's house at the same time, too. This is when they start dating. You can't go to the aquarium. They watch a movie. Ah. Jeez. Weird. Weird. Wonderful. Croc. I'm really happy that, you know, they're committed to ending it. That it really was just 100 days. They're not going to try to milk this strip. I'm sure this will be a great jumping off point for future projects. This is another thing, I guess. There's only one chapter of it, but sure. I think this is what was in their Twitter profile, something more with this art style. This is, wow, this is by far the highest effort, not animation, but drawing I've ever seen this artist do. Crazy. Crazy. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's it for Croc. Goodbye, Croc.